before the general rule was I would, more times than not, overwhelming majority, I would say, why don't you do flow-through taxation? But now, it's not such an easy decision. Going forward, it'll be a harder decision, and I think the more times than not, the 11, I'd roll the dice that I may not sell for a while, and so I might as well get my 11% now. I don't know. I was just talking to this client the other day. It isn't right because they have a NOL to use, and probably won't all be used in 2009 or 10. Plus, we aren't there yet, and we probably won't be there in 2010. I have this rule, though. It's called the tax law of gravity, or the law of tax gravity, okay? That whatever goes down must go up, okay? I mean, if tax rates come down and you collect less taxes, what has to happen? Well, they have to go up to pay for the deficit. I mean, they aren't going to spend less. So that's my law of tax gravity. So I think this is coming. I mean, not forget Obama being liberal and, you know, maybe moving us towards whatever, socialism or whatever. I mean, you know, forget all that stuff. I'm just talking, no matter who's in office, you have to pay the deficits. So, and then you add all that other stuff in there that hey, he's very liberal and pay for health care and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's likely. Okay. Now, Jeff, I'm going to use you, okay? Jeff Chilcote back there, superstar attorney. Okay, your wife's been out of town, and she's been out for a while, family situation, work, something like that, and she's coming back into town, and she calls you up. Flight comes in 4:30, rush hour Friday, okay? And she says, Jeff, yeah, I know you probably have a lot to do. Do you want me to get a cab home, or do you want to pick me up outside the luggage claim? I'll call you when I get it. And you say,
catch a cab.
Well, now, before you left, there's a little, you know, you had a little words and all that, and as always, you were wrong, okay? And she's still pretty sore about this, and it's been 2 weeks. So you change your answer? Or?
Sure.
Okay, you change your answer. So what are you going to do now?
I'm going to go pick her up.
Okay, that's still wrong. Anybody know the right answer? Or not necessarily the right answer, but the most likely answer? Well, it's this hidden choice C. I've been married to my wife 5 years, and we had 4 years before that we dated in college and law school. And she still thinks I should be able to read her mind, okay? Now, I'm getting better. I'm a lot better. But I still don't know where you want to go to dinner when you don't tell me where you want to go to dinner. I don't know that I'm supposed to park the car, go into the gate, and since we had this little, you know, words before, I better have flowers and candy. I don't know that. I mean, I just don't get that. I just go for two obvious choices. Okay, there's more than two choices in choice of entity. There's flow-through taxation, there's entity level taxation, and there's both, right? We don't have to limit ourselves to one or the other. We can use both. I mentioned $1 million. You know, it sounds like a lot, but in this case, I do want to use a lot. $1 million. How about we have 100,000 going through a C corp, get 22%, and it's a company that needs to retain earnings, grow, and expand. Maybe it has to retain the whole $1 million, or well, pay its tax and retain the rest. Okay, I mean, we have these all over the place, clients like this. Okay, so for 100,000, where we get the most bang for our buck with the C corporation, capture 100 in a C corporation and let 900 flow through. Okay. There's an argument that maybe this should also be in a C when we get to, you know, maybe this 11% plus differential, maybe not at 6 or something, but we're not limited to one. There's our third choice, and third choice is to have both. And in fact, if we, let's say it's mom and dad run the business, and there's son 1 who's in the business, son 2 is whatever, off somewhere, working, gainfully employed though, not one of these losers. And then daughter's in the business, okay? And one of these two are the heir apparent to run it together or whatever, okay? We could, if we wanted to, have one corporation, one C corporation that is 80 or 79% mom and or dad, and then 21% son one. Then another one, son two, and another one, daughter. Now maybe we don't do son two because he's not involved in the business, okay? But we can get multiple, if we do it right, multiple savings, and it could be easily $20,000. 20 times 3, $60,000. We're starting to talk a lot of money. Times 10 years, $600,000 plus interest, $1 million. And we're talking $1 million more we're going to have if we use this structure than if we have it all taxed in the S corporation. Yet this is still the knee-jerk reaction. I think currently we're under C corp. I think this should be used a lot. Even if you don't want to have the whole thing be a C corporation, why not some of it? Now I realize I come up with a lot of ideas, and a lot of them just don't work, and I'm fine with that. I bat about 500, okay? And I'd be pretty good in the majors. Tax planning, I don't know. When I say don't work, they may work somewhere, but they don't work everywhere, okay? And so I realize this may not be practical. If you ask the controller, they would say, no, I don't want to do that, another set of books, right? But, for $20,000, we could, pay somebody maybe, or at least part-time or something like that. So it may not be practical, it may be too much hassle. We may not be able to divide the business in a way that makes economic sense. And like manufacturing, you could maybe have the manufacturing here and then the sales and marketing over here, as an example. Or you had 3 divisions, you put 1 division here and you massage it to 100,000 of income, right, with bonuses and paying some fees over here or something like that, okay? We have sometimes put the intellectual property here, and that's what's going to appreciate, and that's what has the double tax, or could have double tax problems, so we keep it in flow-through taxation. And then we have the operations over here. So there's a lot of ways to bifurcate the business. And now, if you start, all of this, well, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them, maybe. And we have some. So, the hidden choice that I still, I mean, I think another 25 years and I still won't be able to read her mind. But at any rate, that's the one that, before we go to purchase and sale of business, any comments, thoughts in this whole area? I mean, some of you I know probably still aren't convinced. There's no way I'm ever going to use a C corporation. Well, maybe after we do the tax or the sale consequences.